Hey Aries, how are you guys? Let's do your reading. So in this reading, I was going to look for hidden truths, like how they feel about you, what their true intentions are, what their feelings are. But just pre-shuffle, we know we're going to lay out a full spread. But just in the pre-shuffle, I got somebody. Looks like somebody's keeping their eye on you, and really worried about, or not feeling very happy. I'm feeling a lot of fives, so a lot of conflict. And then also we have the Ace of Swords here. So it looks like somebody's keeping an eye on you, looking for truth. Maybe somebody's really looking for truth, and I think trying to hold up some cups that are spilling, like trying to save or salvage something that apparently you are starting to see things clearly, or I don't know. I also feel kind of a sense of guilt, like feeling guilty about receiving something or somebody's attention or credit or something like that. So that's a little strange. So how are you guys? Let's do your reading. We're going to look at the person on your mind. First card, person on your mind, how they feel towards you. Two more, and then we'll split the deck. Okay, except that when there's a flyer, I always want to look at it. So we've got Six of Swords. So leaving a difficult situation, that moon is out. So something's becoming clear, I do believe. Usually when you see the moon in a situation like this, it's going to be followed by the sun. Let's see. Somebody sneaking away, sneaking out, something like that. Taking action, preparing to leave a situation. Okay. All right. How are you guys? Okay, so also feeling Six of Pentacles. I actually just saw it, but I was feeling it earlier. So Six of Pentacles. Feeling lots of fives. One more. Shuffle. Whoa. Really feeling this one. Ace of Pentacles. Just want to remember that. All right. Oh my gosh. Wow. You guys saw that shuffling, right? This is the card I pulled in because it flipped earlier. And went through all that shuffling, and there it is. Okay, so Six of Swords is screaming at us. So there's a difficulty. There's leaving a situation, and it looks like somewhat secretively planning for it. Okay, that moon is pulling some strong energy. So let's keep going. The Chariot. Yeah, I'm feeling a strong sense of like forward motion. I don't know if it's travel. This definitely looks like it could be travel or some sort of distance. But the Chariot is fortitude, moving forward. How they view you, the Chariot. Somebody sees you pulling away is what this looks like. Their next actions toward you, they want to invest in this. I'm wondering if it's that you don't feel the same, so you feel guilty about them investing. I did feel guilt somewhere. So anyway, Two of Cups, two people who see each other, two people who want to give, want to contribute. That might be why I'm feeling guilt. You're feeling towards them Nine of Cups. Okay, well that's a lot of love. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. So there's looks to be an element of, afraid of letting go, holding on. And then the Three of Pentacles. And then the Ten of Cups. So what this is kind of feeling like already is that there's planning to leave something. Somebody's wanting to leave something. There's a fear and a guilt, though, about it. And there's also, maybe there's a fear of being alone. Whoops. Tell me about the Six of Swords. What's going on with the Six of Swords for how this person feels about Aries? King of Wands. So I think there's somebody that feels like they need to take some sort of drastic action quickly before they lose you. Maybe that's the Chariot, jump on a plane, do something drastic, show up, make a drastic move. The Empress, Libran energy. The Empress is somebody who nurtures, takes care of things, knows her value. She's a creator. Sometimes a mother. Sometimes divine feminine. Empress. I'm getting some mother energy here. Whoops. All right, Two of Swords. Two of Cups. Why do I keep saying that? Did I say that earlier too? There's a big reunion or some sort of visit, homecoming or something like that. Something from the past. So we have Three of Cups. That's union. It's celebration. It's friendships. It's going and having fun. Something about childhood. Somebody's leaving, I think, somebody else for something from childhood. So like an old flame. Choosing what's best for them rather than what they've been maybe tied to. But there is a fear of, is this the right decision? Am I going to end up alone? I want more on that Moon card. What's the Six of Swords? Nine of Pentacles, playing chess. So somebody's kind of like waging their bets. Somebody from the past looks like somebody from the past is interfering with something current, but the something current doesn't seem to be fulfilling. It seems to be more of a loyalty thing. Or it could just be something that's hard to let go because of the tenure. Yeah, feeling tied to. But really craving a new love. Somebody's afraid of losing you, I do believe. Or somebody is going to be losing you, and you have guilt because they're continuing to give, or maybe they're giving more now. And you're going along with it. You may be having to just kind of go along with it, keep up images. But it's almost like a charade. A charade. What is that word? Charade. See those guys in the background? Yeah, and it feels very... so, being such an authentic person, whatever this is that you're having to go along with, while you're indecisive or while you're in between or while you've got somebody else on your mind, is causing you a lot of internal conflict because it's not who you are. You're used to being authentic. So you've got like, difficult situation because you have to let go of somebody. And I think there's some sort of going along with it, like a charade, like having to pretend. And that's not true of who you are. So how you feel towards them, the Nine of Cups, a lot of love and a reunion. So it's kind of like you've got this amazing new, union or reunion, but you've still got your foot in the door with something from the past or the present. Hope this is making sense. Yeah, Ten of Cups, but you really just want your happiness. There's an element of avoidance or shadiness. Trying to get out of a current situation. But there's also that fear of what if I get left out. I think there's still a fear of what if I get left out in the cold. What if I leave everything I've got now and I get left out in the cold? You've got a decision to make. The Hierophant. So There is a long-term, steady, stable relationship that I think is going to have to be... That's what's just so hard. Somebody's going to have to let go of a long-term, serious relationship that's gives them stability, or that's the contemplation. But it's like, I think that also you can find issues or problems or what ifs either way you go. So it's like, in order to pursue something maybe new and passionate, even though it could be from the past, there's an element of, but I have to either, be two-faced, which is a struggle, because, it's like not who you are genuinely, or there's a, or I have to make a firm decision, and that would mean being honest and letting go of what my security is. That's what this is. Yeah. So it's got you kind of stuck. I don't know what to ask. I think that's it. Ace of Wands. So there's some fiery, passionate new beginning. What's the problem with it? This is like hot, physical attraction too. So maybe that's also your hang up. Is this just physical? Is this just, do I risk everything I have that's secure for something and just find out it was just a physical thing? Nine of Wands, yeah. Is it going to be in and out? That's your pickle. Yep. Wow. So you're stuck. You don't know what to do about it. You've got a decision to make. Let's get some oracles. But I kind of want clarity on who's who here. Let's get clarity on... Okay, pick a number, one or... Ooh, I just said 1 or 2. I looked at the timer and it was 12:22. So look at that, and 2 cards just came out. So pick a number, 1 or 2, okay? And we're going to ask if this is... We're going to do the old person from the past or the present, okay? The person that you're with currently. And then we're going to do the or incoming person, okay? So if you picked 1, wow. Someone from your past is returning. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you've got a past life relationship. That's why this has been so difficult. So it's like you're torn because I think you guys let me know in the comments. This is so juicy, but it looks like you're having to let go of something real and like something from the past, or not be tempted by it to stay with who you are. But we were asking about the past person. Wow. Someone from your past is returning. So if you picked 1, this is your card. If you picked 2, this is your card. I think you've got 2 really strong soulmates going on. Let's do that again. Let's do another one. Because that was the current person, right? Guys, this is extremely confusing. I'm so sorry if I just made it worse. So let's do the person. Okay. The person that you're being tempted by. I feel like that's what that was, though. Yeah, see? Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and their soulmate again. You've got two freaking soulmates. No wonder. I feel like they're both from the past is what's weird. Y'all tell me if I'm right, because these aren't making sense really with what I'm asking. I guess I have to keep going. Because I feel like both of them are from the past. So maybe you're not currently with either. Reconciliation and past life. I think they're both soulmates. Look at that. Jeez, this is so confusing. So, is there anything that can help? I mean, I just don't know that I'm supposed to be giving this kind of advice. But is there anything that can help Aries decide? I think maybe when you don't know the answer, you don't force it. You let go and let God. You just let it flow. I don't, I never think dishonesty is a good idea. That could blow. That's what you're worried about. That's what you're worried about. You're worried about as you're trying to figure it out, that the whole thing blows up in your face. Maybe one is more stable. Is there anything that we can tell it that you can, okay, I'm going to pull another deck, but this is so juicy and confusing. I hope you guys aren't like hating me right now for being so confusing, but, what can Aries, I'm going to leave it open. How about some advice? Oh my gosh, you guys, did you guys see this? This was next. I just put it back. So it says heart to heart, honestly discuss your feelings. So if you're confused, maybe that's what you say. I'm just confused about my feelings. Wow, I've got chills. So one maybe, wedding potential, and maybe one isn't. And maybe if that's the case, maybe you need to tell the other that, this is what I want. I want my forever person. I want my end game. I want, to be in a partnership, a forever partnership. I want to be married, if that's what you want. And maybe that's where you just need to be honest, because I feel like there's a choice between two people. One may be where your heart is, and the other one maybe treats you better or gives you more stability. I have knots in my stomach, literally, like not good ones. Like, I think you guys are just so torn. And I don't even know what cards to pull. Let's see. Jeez. Meditate and contemplate just showed up. I literally have like knots. I feel for you. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node, Leo. That may be... Oh, and look at this. South Node. Oh, wow. Opposites. Don't let your past hold you back. If that is a clue for someone, it's like... You may have to just be honest or take a chance on something that you think is really going to make you happy, even though it's not your norm. Look at that, blows my mind. Wow, that's crazy. Don't let your past hold you back. Whatever that means to you. Let me read that. See if it can give you some clarity. You've got some big decisions to make. North Node. This sounds kind of like my situation. Trying to choose between two people. One that I feel like I've just been, have a past life with, and I've had, such deep feelings for years and years. And then someone new who just treats me like, everything, all the ways you'd want to be treated, right? And someone else who I have a lot of emotional ties to and feelings for, but just really can't or doesn't have it in them to, isn't available really emotionally. I mean, they're free and single, but doesn't have the emotional availability to, doesn't want to get married, doesn't want to. It's difficult. I wonder if you guys are in the same situation. So let's see. So don't let your past hold you back. It's karma. There's a karmic lesson here that you need to break, some sort of pattern, I bet. So it says, like the north node is the south node, like the north node is a karmic point, but is opposite of the north node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, even you, could be you, needs to be released. That there's some kind of addiction going on or unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Holy moly, this is everything we talked about. I've got total chills, and I have something I have to read you that's so major that I was thinking, and kind of like, it was kind of like an epiphany. Let me see. So this is, I don't know if this is you. This is like the deepest Aries reading ever. And it's totally, a lot of it applies to me. But I mean, come on, look at the opposites here. But listen to this. I wrote this down. So we can only love others to the level that we're able to love ourselves, right? And people like we and our loved ones, we can all only talk to each other to the level of our own self-awareness. Like if we aren't aware, and this is what's going on with my current or past person, that I'm thinking about breaking free from, but I'm struggling. But he's really developing in self-awareness, but he's just kind of on the cusp of it. He just really, it's like Saturn, the planet of karma, is so close to the moon right now, and the moon is the shadows, and the moon hides things. Well, Saturn's peeking out now. It's kind of like smacking us in the face with where we need to grow. And oh my gosh, if I didn't get a text from him realizing like this major epiphany that he's, been the problem, and he's suddenly apologetic and like, loves me to death and wants to fix everything, but he can only communicate with me to the level of his self-awareness, and he's kind of a baby in the journey. So it's like I'm further along, It's like we can only really communicate and connect emotionally on a level to our own self-awareness, and them to theirs, right? And then it also depends on how much of our healing we've done. So all those things are important to take into consideration here. But anyway, so this is crazy. So this card will often come as a sign that, oh my gosh, that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. And I want to also say, sometimes we're attached, or we're somebody that we can't let go of that's not healthy for us. We're actually, it's kind of like an addiction, because that in and out energy gives us that dopamine hit, and then we just are, kind of like programmed to want more. It's like a, gambling or a slot machine where you're just wanting more. You're wanting that next hit, so you wait for that next hit. But that's not a healthy pattern. Okay. So it says a relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. And that might be why it's hard to let go of it. And maybe it's just developing that it needs to be. Anyway, your attraction to someone may be verging on obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So the south node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The south node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's read. So there's two soulmates here, but I think the bottom line is really looking at what's healthier for you. Okay, so that's not something I can explain. You're going to have to take that. Let me read the other one because I'm still blown away. Blown away. We still need to read North Node. Wow. Step out of your comfort zone. Okay. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow because you're headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the things that scare you within reason. This card is all about your living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow and lead the life you're incarnated to live? If you will find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you will come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? So the North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's karmic. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us that we need to do, shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. These are cards are both. I mean, I'm a little confused, yes, but I hope you guys get this, because both of these cards are basically saying that there's a need for change. You may be hanging on to somebody because it's a habit or it's karmic, and that feels and can be, very true love. I think you have two people here, both soulmates, and that's your dilemma. So you've got a decision to make. So, wow. That's kind of a mind F, isn't it? What a dilemma. And I mean, but everything here is screaming that the problem with moving towards your growth is a karmic pattern from the past. So start watching your patterns, start dissecting. Okay, look at your patterns. I'm still floored. Let's talk in the comments, because this is definitely correlates to my situation, and it's just, tarot does always blow my mind. Let's get a couple more. We're going to run out of time soon, but let's get a couple more oracles. See if they'll be helpful. That's mind-boggling. Do not beat yourself up because of whatever, okay? But I do see and feel guilt. Express yourself through creative activities. That is beautiful and definitely helpful. Okay, here's High Priestess. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Cycles and rhythms. Look at this. We just talked about that. This is saying honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. But we were just talking about watch for, patterns. Okay. I'm just going to keep pulling cards till the camera cuts off. And then let's talk in the comments. I'm going to do it and set an intention in the comments so that you guys can add your energy to by thumbs up, or write your own intention, or say I affirm, or whatever. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys are not going to believe this. I literally just said this to my past person. You're at a fork in the road where an important decision may have a substantial impact. I'm blown away. I literally, yesterday, the day before, said to my past person, who I really am struggling to let go of, and I don't know if I can, but I literally said, I'm at a pivoting point with someone else where I need to make a decision. And I know I need to know what I need to honor, what I want, my needs, my wants, which is to be with someone that's in it forever. You know, somebody that wants to get married. This blows my mind.